Okay. Okay, sige. Since we have already quorum, good afternoon to everyone. The meeting is now called to order. And Secretariat is lead the prayer first.
Sige, Mr. Chair. May request Ma'am Linda Peleo to lead us to a prayer. Ma'am.
Good afternoon to all. Let us all pray. Father, thank you for every seat that has been filled here today, for each mind and heart that feels the presence of this room. We thank you. Only you truly know what we are setting out to accomplish today. We have an idea, a vision, hints, and daily instructions. You can see in perfect detail the end of every beginning. Forgive us for our pride. Strengthen our confidence in who you have made us to be. Set us free from comparison in order to work together efficiently. Bless this meeting today, all those present, as well as the lives of those we will encounter afterward. Ready us to make every moment count. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Amen. Okay, so Secretariat, please make a roll call.
Good afternoon. This is Catherine Barsaliano. For the roll call, kindly confirm your attendance na lang po as I mention your name. Thank you. Acknowledging first the presence of our presiding chair, Mr. Arnold Balucatin. Good afternoon po.
Good afternoon.
Next from BAC member is Engineer Elmer Gomez.
Present on the
Engineer Arnel F. Borlado.
Present.
From the end user, we have Engineer Raul Cruzena from ADMS.
Hindi po ako end user. Si Emerson Salas end user. Member po ako. Present.
Engineer Florian Atienza from ANS. Present po dito sa conference room. From the TWG, we have Engineer Joseph Torrefranca. Engineer Eduardo Moises Sacopon. Engineer Noric Baez. From the Secretariat, we have the head, Attorney Godfrey Ragudo.
Present.
Present online is Engineer Sunny Villabert.
Present.
Miss Melina Reyes.
Present po.
Miss Eloisa Casimiro.
Present po.
Miss Ana Danica Ibay.
Present po.
And we also have representative from internal audit. With the majority of the BAC Alpha composition being present today, we have a quorum, sir. And for the presentation of the agenda, I will hand over to Attorney Godfrey Ragudo. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Kat. Before we proceed with the presentation of the agenda for today, we also acknowledge the presence of Major General Ernesto Milo. Sir, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, Sir Arnold.
Yes, sir, good afternoon.
Sorry, I'm quite late.
Sige, sir. Thank you, sir. So with that, Mr. Chair, it is believed that the majority of the members are present right now, and it is enough to constitute the quorum for today's meeting. With that, may I be allowed to share, Mr. Chair, on screen the agenda for today's BAC Alpha meeting.
Proceed.
First is the opening of bids of 4 projects. But first, on the screen, Mr. Chair, is the supply and delivery of 30 pieces of 20 liters pale lubricating gear oil to various radar sites in the amount of 1 million.
Secretariat, wala yata screen mo.
Ay, hindi nakashare. For a while lang, Mr. Chair, for a while lang. 1 million 1,000,000 pesos. 30 pieces of 20 liters pale lubricating gear oil to various radar sites in the amount of 1 million 1,000,000 pesos. For a while lang, Mr. Chair, for a while lang. 1 million 1,000,000 pesos. 30 pieces of 20 liters pale lubricating gear oil to various radar sites in the amount of 1 million 1,000,000 pesos. For a while lang, Mr. Chair, for a while lang.
Secretariat, may I request that we will allow only those bidders, participating bidders with respect to its bidding, its project to be open so that we can focus only on each item. So are the people inside the room are all bidders of item 2.1?
Yes, sir. We'll request. I believe call B, Press Philippines. Sir, ma'am, may I just know what particular project did you submit your bid? From Colby. From Colby. Ma'am, representative from Colby. May we know what project did you submit your bid? Is in relation to the presiding officer's instruction.
Kung hindi naririnig. Okay, Secretariat, you have the, where is your screen now? I cannot, please open your screen.
We're now trying to present it, Mr. Chair, the share screen of the agenda for today's meeting.
Ano na? Secretariat, may issue ba? Ba't hindi niyo buksan?
Sir, inaayos lang po yung sharing ng ano.
Pwedeng i-kuha ninyo itong buksan yung camera itong Civil Aviation Authority. Nasa meeting room ba kayo?
Sa conference room kami, Mr. Chair, DMS now is looking into kung paano
Hindi,
nila
paki-open mo yun.
kung paano nila
Paki-open
share
yun.
through the camera, Mr. Chair.
Secretariat, matagal bang magawa yung camera? So, Jopit is showing it through his cell phone, no? So maybe we could proceed using the cell phone of Jopit.
Mr. Chair,
Okay.
may nakikita na tayong presentation.
Yes, okay, yes. Okay, proceed. Okay, Secretariat, go ahead.
Readable na ba, Mr. Chair?
Yes, readable na.
Okay. With that, Mr. Chair, first in the agenda, Mr. Chair, is the opening of bids for the supply and delivery of 30 pieces of 20 liters pale lubricating gear oil to various radar sites in the amount of 1,500,000 pesos. Only one bidder submitted its bids, Mr. Chair.
Before you proceed with the opening, could you please give the background? How many bidders purchased document and how many bidders submitted a bid?
Mr. Chair, medyo mahina yung audio. Pwede po repeat po yung instructions nyo po before we proceed with the opening.
Yeah, I said before you proceed with the opening, could you please make a background on this project? How many bidder or how many bidder buy document for this, and how many bidders submitted today's opening?
Okay. As of 2 p.m., as the deadline for the submission of bids for this project, Mr. Chair, only one bidder paid or purchased the bid docs. The company is Ross Air Enterprise Incorporated. Colby rather, Mr. Chair, sorry. Colby Resources Philippines paid and purchased the bid docs.
Okay. And only Colby also submit.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay. So, is there a representative from Colby present in the room, or physically present in the room, or virtually present?
May I request the representative from Colby Resources Philippines to introduce himself or herself and mention his or her designation or position to the company. Ma'am, sir, from Colby Resources Philippines, who is online right now.
If he has a problem with the connection, maybe I request that he will just give message through chat so that we could proceed with the opening of the document.
We already made the message in our inbox, Mr. Chair. Apparently, the representative from Colby Resources haven't replied.
Okay.
Ma'am Leia
So,
Arsalon from
Okay.
Colby Resources Philippines. Could you also indicate your position and designation, the company? Do you hear us, Ma'am Leia? Or walang audio na, wala kayong audio na didinig? And at the same time, kindly acknowledge, even in the inbox, whether this is the bid documents you submit to us on May 17, 2022. Ma'am Leia, kindly respond.
since it seems she has a problem with the connection problem, so I think if we could just proceed.
So, with that, Mr. Chair, we have the technical working group led by Sir Jopet Torrefranca and Sir Noric Baez for the opening of the bid docs submitted by Colby Resources Philippines for the project supply and delivery of 30 pieces, 20-liter pale lubricating gear oil to various radar sites.
Okay, proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Opening the proposal or bid of Colby Resources Philippines.
Share mo muna yung agenda.
Mr. Chair, inside the main envelope are two envelopes containing the original financial component and the original technical component, Mr. Chair.
Okay, off yung isang mic para hindi masakit sa kanya.
Mr. Chair, we are opening now the original technical component of Colby Resources Philippines.
Dapat may pakita natin. Walang video yata yung pag-open ninyo.
The video of the opening, Mr. Chair, is available at using the Joe Torrefranca and Noric Baez users, Mr. Chair.
Kung wala, hindi naka-video sa inyo. Naka-off yung camera niyo.
Mr. Chair, for online users, kindly click on the Noric Baez or either Joe Torrefranca user to pin the video stream, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Jopet, wala kami nakikita video.
Wala kami
You have to drop you.
Parang naka-off yung camera niyo.
Confirm,
Yeah,
Mr.
okay.
Chair, apparently at our end, we are seeing the video using our mobile device. So you're not seeing any video feed from our end, Mr. Chair?
Kanina nagsimula kang magsalita, nagkaroon tapos biglang nawala ulit.
Meron ako, Mr. Chair.
Ayan, meron na.
Ito yung video.
May ilang lumabas. Meron na.
Yan,
Thank you.
okay. Okay, sige. Okay,
Proceeding,
sige.
Mr. Chair, to open the original technical component of Calvi Resources Philippines.
Okay, you may proceed.
Mr. Chair, mukhang mali yung date ng BAC Alpha meeting, May 13.
Secretariat, pakikuan yung yung meeting date.
Copy, Mr. Chair. We'll coordinate with the MISD staff.
Okay. Thank you.
For the checklist, Mr. Chair, first is for the legal document.
Just for the record, Mr. Chair, the submitted technical component of Calvi Resources are provided with index tabs and are paginated with signatures on each page. Checklist, please, backside.
Thank you, sir. First in the checklist is the PhilJF certification, registration certificate, platinum membership.
Certificate of PhilJobs registration, platinum membership, valid until July 14, 2022, submitted.
Next is the registration certificate from the Securities and Exchange Commission, Department of Trade and Industry, or the Cooperative Development Authority.
For DTI certificate, with the DTI certificate number 0598-5842, expiration date May 14, 2024, submitted.
Next is the mayor's or business permit.
Mayor's permit with expiration date December 31, 2021, with an updated copy of mayor's permit with validity until December 31, 2022, issued by City of Bacolod, submitted.
Tax clearance.
For tax clearance, expiration date July 2, 2021, with an updated submitted tax clearance certificate, certified true copy, valid until July 21, 2022, submitted.
Next, statement of the prospective bidder of all its ongoing government and private contracts.
Statement of all ongoing government and private contracts, submitted.
Statement of the bidder's single largest completed contract or SLCC.
Mr. Chair, for the record, the submitted form for statement of completed project by Colby Resources Philippines is entitled Statement of All Ongoing Government Contracts, Mr. Chair, and not the single or the completed contracts, Mr. Chair.
So, with that finding, is there any non-compliance from the requirement?
May we confirm with the bidder representative, Mr. Chair, for the submitted form is incorrect?
So calling the attention of Ms. Leia Arsolon, kindly confirm the submitted document. Thank you. Ms. Leia Arsolon, if you are unable to use your microphone, kindly key in your message through the chat box. Thank you.
May we request again the representative from Colby Resources Philippines, Ma'am Leia, to respond to the query of the technical working group insofar as the requirement of single largest completed contract. Ma'am Leia, kindly respond either through the chat box or if you could speak.
To the TWG, in consideration that the representative of Colby is not responding or he is not communicating, I think you can go ahead with your recommendation on the findings.
Mr. Chair, based on the submission of Colby Resources, the form used by Colby Resources is incorrect and is not compliant with the prescribed form, Mr. Chair, and hereby the TWG hereby recommends for the disqualification of Colby Resources on this matter.
Thank you, TWG. So, any comment from the members of the BAC? TWG is recommending the disqualification of Colby for non-compliance in the submission of documents. To the BAC member. Yes, Mr. Chair. Go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah, with the recommendation of the TWG, need to adopt the recommendation for non-compliance on the form submitted by Colby Resources Philippines.
Thank you, Elmer. Any more comments or motion? Romelo?
Motion, Mr. Chair.
Go ahead, Arnold.
I move to adopt the recommendation of the technical working group to disqualify the contractor for not complying with the required format, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Arnold. I think there was a motion already, and that is already
Sure,
stated. Yes. Okay. With the motion of Elmer previously, and it was again motion by Arnel, the BAC adopt recommendation of TWG for the disqualification of bids of Colby Resources for non-compliance of the submission of document. Sir Milo?
I second the motion, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay, so the motion, the recommendation has been adopted. So I think Secretariat will proceed to the next agenda.
Next in the addendum, Mr. Chair, is the opening of bids for the supply and delivery of ANS emergency radio communications and power systems in the amount of 8,050,000 pesos. As per the record or the BAC Secretariat, Mr. Chair, only one bidder submitted its bid. The company is Wireless Link Technologies Incorporated. Apparently, as of this time, notwithstanding the invitation for the opening of bids, no representative as of this moment, by online or physically, from Wireless Link, Mr. Chair.
Okay, so anyway, this is live streaming. Maybe they are watching. So, TWD, you can proceed with the opening.
Mr. Chair, before we continue with the opening of the wireless, for the supply and delivery of ANS emergency radio communications and power system, the TWG also recommend for the previous project that the project be declared a failure, Mr. Chair, due to the disqualification of Colby Resources Incorporated, and that the project be rebidded for as the next process, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, TWG, for reminding us. So, considering recommendation of TWG, any motion from the members of the BAC?
Motion, Mr. Chair. We adopt the recommendation of the TWG for the rebid of the project supply delivery of the oil for radar facilities nationwide. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Elmer.
I second, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, sir. So, okay, so the recommendation of the WD for declaring the project as failure of bidding adopted, and rebidding is to be scheduled by the Secretariat. Thank you. Okay, Secretariat, you may proceed to the opening of the second project.
Yes, Mr. Chair. Before we proceed with the opening of the bid submitted by Wireless Technologies Incorporated, may I just request the representative from Wireless to introduce himself. He's now in the conference room, Mr. Chair. Please state your name, the position and or designation in your company, sir. Please.
Good afternoon. We are from Wireless Link Technologies Inc., account executive.
Could you please move the camera towards me?
Good afternoon. We are from Wireless Link Technologies Inc. My name is Alexis Lance A. Reyes, account executive of Wireless Link Technologies.
Okay. Okay, sorry. Anyway, we have the record now.
Good afternoon. We are from Wireless Link Technologies. I am Alexis Lance A. Reyes, account executive of Wireless Link Technologies Inc.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so we have the representative physically in the room. So TWG, please continue with the opening.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. May we request the representative of Wireless Link Technologies to please identify and confirm if this is your bid.
Yes, sir. We bid for the supply and delivery of ANS emergency radio communication and power system 22-005-04 Alpha.
Thank you, sir. Request to permission to open, Mr. Chair, the bid.
Proceed.
Mr. Chair, inside the main envelope are 3 envelopes containing the original, copy 1, and copy 2. Opening the original copy of the bid, Mr. Chair. Submitted in the original envelope are the financial component and the technical component. Opening the technical component. For the record, Mr. Chair, the proposal of wireless link is provided with tabs, are paginated, and are signed on each page. Checklist, please.
First in the checklist, field jobs registration certificate.
Field Jobs Registration Certificate with Platinum membership, valid until January 5, 2023, submitted.
Registration certificate, either from the SEC, DTI, or CDA.
Certificate with registration date June 11, 2009, submitted.
Mayor's or business permit.
Per Annex A, the mayor's permit expiration date is December 31, 2021. Wireless link submitted and a copy of the latest business permit with some validity. Some validity. Ano ba to? Hindi. Ito yung luma. Mr. Chair, may we request the representative of Wireless Link if they have attached any updated mayor's or business permit in their technical component?
Meron yata dyan, sir, na receipt 2022. Hindi pa po nila napaprovide yung pinaka-latest na printout. Meron dyan po yung resibo na paid na po siya ng January 14, 2022.
Mr. Chair, for the record, the Wireless Link submitted a copy of an receipt that they have already filed the renewal of their business permit at lungsod ng Maynila with the date, time, stamp of January 14, 2022, submitted.
Okay, TWD, is that acceptable?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you.
Next in the checklist is tax clearance.
with expiration date March 7, 2023, submitted.
Next is the statement of the prospective bidder of all its ongoing government and private contracts.
Statement of all ongoing government and private contracts, submitted.
Statement of the bidder's single largest completed contract or SLCC.
Statement of SLCC, which is similar in nature, submitted.
Bid security.
Bid security in the form of bid securing declaration, signed and stamped, Mr. Chair, and also notarized, submitted.
Technical specifications.
Technical specifications, submitted.
Original and duly signed omnibus sworn statement.
Omnibus sworn statement, signed and notarized, submitted.
Legal clearance issued by the CAAP Enforcement and Legal Service.
Legal clearance for Wireless Link Technologies Incorporated, issued by Enforcement and Legal Service, submitted.
Next is the certification attesting that there's no pending case against the government.
Affidavit of no pending case, signed and notarized, submitted.
Next in the checklist is the net financial contracting capacity or NFCC.
NFCC computation in the amount of, total amount of 60,017,000. Oh, sorry. Correction. NFCC equivalent to 809,546,278 and 11 centavos. Submitted.
Joint venture agreement, if applicable.
JVA not applicable.
audited financial statement.
Audited financial statement. Date of filing, May 16, 2022, submitted. Next. Mr. Chair, for wireless link technologies, the technical proposal of the said bidder is initially rated as pass for this for the preliminary examination of bid, Mr. Chair. We may proceed to the financial component.
You may proceed.
For the financial component, the document is provided within the stubs or signed and with pagination.
Okay. Checklist for the financial component. Original duly signed financial bid form. Price schedule first.
Price schedule for goods offered from within the Philippines, submitted.
Next is the duly accomplished financial bid form.
Financial bid form signed by Alexis Lads R. Reyes. The offer of Wireless Link Technologies Incorporated is 7,677,470 pesos. Again, the proposal of the said bidder is 7,677,470 pesos. The ABC, Mr. Chair, is 8,050,000. The bid of Wireless Link Technologies is within the ABC, Mr. Chair, and is considered passed. With this, Mr. Chair, the TWG recommends for the bid evaluation of the proposal of Wireless Link Technologies Incorporated to determine if there are any computational errors and if their bid is complete, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, TWG. Any comment, motion from the members of the BAC?
Motion, Mr. Chair, to adopt the recommendation of the TWG, conduct a bid evaluation on the proposal of wireless link.
Thank you, Elmer.
I second, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, sir. So with the recommendation of TWG for the conduct of bid evaluation to the bid submitted by Wireless Philippines for this project, the BAC adopt the recommendation. Thank you. To the representative of Wireless Philippines, the Secretariat will be communicating to you with regards to schedule of the presentation of the bid evaluation if needed. Thank you. Secretariat, do you have some additional instruction?
None at our end, Mr. Chair. We'll
Okay.
inform the bidder as to the results of the bid evaluation after the technical working group submits and the BAC approves it, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Okay, thank you to the representative of Wireless Philippines. Thank you for the participation. Okay, let's
Thank you,
proceed
sir.
to
Thank you.
next agenda.
No, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
You can be excused.
You can excuse, sir.
Okay, your excuse.
Next agenda, Mr. Chair, is the opening of bids for the preventive maintenance, servicing, and air conditioning system at the Philippine Air Traffic Management Center with an ABC of 1,520,000 pesos. As per the record, Mr. Chair, we only have one bidder who submitted its bid. The company is Ross Air Enterprise Incorporated. And they have a representative present on site, Mr. Chair.
Okay, so ask them to introduce themselves.
Yes, sir. We just called the representative to enter the conference room, Mr. Chair. Okay. May I request the representative from Ross Air Enterprise Incorporated to introduce himself by stating his name and his position and designation in the company. Sir, please.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Christian Kidilig from Rose Air Enterprise, Authorized Managing Officer. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, representative from Ross Air Enterprise Incorporated. Okay, PWD, you will proceed with the opening.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. May we request the representative of Rose Air Enterprise to please confirm and identify their bid, Mr. Chair.
Yes, sir. Confirm and identified.
Thank you, sir. Permission to open the bid, Mr. Chair.
Proceed.
Inside the main envelope are two envelopes containing the technical component and the financial component. Opening the technical component. submitted technical component of Rose Air Enterprise Incorporated is provided with index stubs are paginated. And signed as certified true copy. Checklist, please.
Okay. First in the checklist is the field jobs registration certificate, platinum membership,
Certificate of Field Jobs Registration, Platinum membership of Rose Air Enterprises is valid until June 4, 2022, submitted.
registration certificate either from the SEC, DTI, or CDA.
SEC registration date is December 1, 2015, submitted.
Next is mayor's or business permit.
Mayor's permit, expiration date December 31, 2022, issued by City of Taguig, submitted.
Tax clearance.
Tax clearance, expiration date is February 22, 2023, submitted.
Next is the statement of the prospective bidder of all its ongoing government and private contracts.
Statement of all ongoing government and private contracts, submitted.
Statement of the bidder's single largest completed contract or SLCC.
Statement of single largest completed contract, which is similar in nature, submitted.
Bid security.
Bid security in the form of bid securing declaration, signed May 16, 2022, submitted.
Technical specifications.
Technical specifications, submitted.
Next is the original and duly signed omnibus sworn statement.
Omnibus sworn statement, signed and notarized, submitted.
Legal clearance issued by the CAAP Enforcement and Legal Service.
Legal clearance issued to Rose Air Enterprises Incorporated, issued by Enforcement and Legal Service, submitted.
Certification under oath that there is no pending case against the government.
Certification of no pending case or non-conviction of any case, signed and notarized, submitted.
Next is the audited financial statement.
Audited financial statement, stamp received April 12, 2021, submitted.
Bidder's net financial contracting capacity or NFCC.
NFCC submitted in the amount of 124,970,233.68, submitted.
Joint venture agreement, if applicable.
Joint venture agreement not applicable. also submitted, Mr. Chair, in their technical component is a certification of Rose Air Enterprises that has no joint venture agreement or partnership with other contractor in relation to all its projects. With this, Mr. Chair, with the submitted documents of Rose Air Enterprises, the technical component of the said bidder passed the preliminary examination of the bid. May we move on to the opening of the financial component?
You may proceed.
The financial component are provided with the index tabs, are signed and paginated. Checklist, please.
Original and duly signed price schedule.
Price schedule for goods offered from within the Philippines submitted.
Original and duly signed financial bid form.
Financial bid form signed by Engineer Jolina F. Binamira, Project Engineer, Rose Air Enterprise. The bid offer is 1,504,800 pesos. Again, the bid offer is 1,504,800 pesos. The bid proposal of Rose Air Enterprises is within the ABC of 1,520,000 pesos. With this, Mr. Chair, the financial bid is past the preliminary examination, Mr. Chair. The technical working group hereby recommends for the bid evaluation of Rose Air Enterprise Incorporated to determine any errors in the calculation and determine if the bid is incomplete, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, TWG. With the recommendation of TWG for the conduct of bid evaluation to the submitted document of Rose Air for this project, may I request motion or clarification?
Motion, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, sir. Go ahead, sir.
Motion, Mr. Chair.
Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
I move. I move to adopt the for Rose Air Enterprise to
Sir, naputol po kayo, sir.
One, two, three, 2, 3, 1. Okay na.
Okay, sir. Okay.
As I said, Mr. Chair, I move to adopt the recommendation of the TWG for rock. Okay na. Okay na, sir. Okay na. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1. How do you read?
Yes, sir. We hear you, sir. Go ahead, sir. Sir Milo, go ahead. You may continue.
Rinig.
Okay, so I think Sir Milo has a problem in the connection. So may I request other members to make their comment or motion?
Mr. Chair.
Go ahead, Elmer.
Yes.
Okay, I move to adopt the recommendation of the technical working group to conduct bid evaluation on the bid proposal of Rose Air Incorporated, Enterprise Incorporated, and to determine any errors in the calculation. Mr. Chair.
Yes, okay. Sir Milo, naka-on yung microphone pero walang naririnig. Maybe we
Seconded, Mr. Chair.
Okay, Arnold, thank you. Thank you for... So, with the motion, with the recommendation of WG, motion and second motion from the members of the BAC, the recommendation of TWG is hereby adopted for the conduct of bid evaluation to the submitted bid document of Rose Air Enterprise, Enterprise Corporation or Corporation. Stupid. The Rose Air Enterprise Incorporated. So the recommendation of TWG is hereby adopted by the BAC. Thank you. To the representative of Rose Air Enterprise, the TWG, the Secretariat will be communicating with you after the conduct of the evaluation. So thank you for your participation.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, Secretariat, next agenda.
Yes, Mr. Chair. Last item for the opening of bids to several projects is the preventive maintenance servicing of building management system or BMS at Philippine Air Traffic Management Center in the amount of 2,178,800 pesos. As per the record of the BAC Secretariat, Mr. Chair, we have not received any bid from any prospective bidder, Mr. Chair.
No bidder. But did somebody buy document or purchase document?
None, Mr. Chair. No prospective bidder purchase the bid docs for this project.
Is this rebidding or first bidding?
This is the first bidding, Mr. Chair, for this project.
First bidding. Okay.
May I also request the end user to confirm, Sir Florian, whether this project is for the first bidding or it is already for the second bidding, Mr. Chair. Sir?
Mr. Chair, there was a previous bidding last year for this project.
But is this, did we use the same document or did we make some changes on the document?
We made some revision on the previous documents. That's why it is considered a first bidding.
Okay. Okay, and right now there is no bid submitted. So what is then the recommendation of TWG?
Given that we have not received, Mr. Chair, any bidder for this project, preventive maintenance servicing building management system at the Philippine ATM Center, we'd like to recommend for the rebidding of the project, Mr. Chair.
Yeah, I think declaration first of failure of bidding.
Yes, Mr. Chair, we'd like also to recommend that the the committee declared this project a bid failure due to due to non uh, due to no bids received, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you, PW. Okay. You may proceed. Go ahead, go ahead. PWG, continue.
Sorry, Mr. Chair, we're having a audio feedback. Again, Mr. Chair, the TW would like to recommend that the committee declare this project under agenda item 2.4
Okay.
be declared a bid failure and that the bid be reposted. Thank you,
Okay,
Mr. Chair.
thank you. Thank you, PWG. So with that recommendation, may I hear comment and motion from the members of the BAC?
Motion, Mr. Chair.
Go ahead, Anand.
Move to adopt the recommendation of the technical working group to declare the preventive maintenance servicing of building management system a failure and a rebidding to ensue, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you, Anand. Let me...
Second motion, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you, Anand. So the PWG recommended for the declaration of failure of bidding for this project as well as for the rebidding. So with that, there is a motion and it gets seconded. So the recommendation is hereby adopted by the BAC. Thank you. Next agenda.
Yes, Mr. Chair. Next in the agenda is the pre-bid conference for the project emergency repair of damaged areas at Siquijor Airport due to Typhoon Odette with an ABC of 6,351,219 pesos and 64 cents. May I request any representative from ADMS to present this project?
Sir, Sir Procena, sir, to present the pre-bid conference.
Raul, hindi ba na-discuss na natin ito last meeting? Hindi ba ito yung diniscuss natin?
Hindi sir, diniscuss natin yung sa sa chiller sir ng ano sir, ng Iloilo.
Hindi, pati yung ano, pati yung Siquijor yata. Mayroon tayong diniscuss na airport.
Ano yun sir? Pre-con sir yun.
Buswanga ba yun? Okay. Pre-bid conference. But parang ito yung diniscuss natin last. Ano yung diniscuss natin last meeting? Na damage area rin.
Sir, ano yung sir yun? Pre-con sir ng Siquijor. Pre-procurement, pre-proc pala yun sir. Pre-proc.
Pre-proc pala nito.
Hindi sir, pre-bid na to. Pre-bid sir.
Okay, sige. Kasi pre-procurement nakalagay dito sa notice of meeting.
Sa number 3 sir, pre-bid conference sir ang nakalagay.
Dito sa notice of meeting nakalagay pre-procurement.
Pre-bid.
Sir, pre-bid po. Pre-bid po sir dito sa notice po.
Mali yung tinitingnan kong ano. Okay, sige. Okay. So, pre-bid conference. Okay, so, do we have bidders or proponents for this pre-bid conference?
As monitoring in the online platform, Mr. Chair, I think there's no prospective bidder online. There are no prospective bidders on site, Mr. Chair.
Okay, so we'll just continue with the presentation. So, okay, so end user, please, PWG, please continue with the presentation of this.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Permission to, ano, sir, to share the screen. Secretariat, kita na po yung, ano, yung screen. Yung, ano, sir, presentation.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you, sir. To begin, good afternoon, sir, Mr. Chair, and to the member of the BAC. Alpha, I will now present the pre-bid conference for the emergency repair of damaged area at Siquijor Airport due to Typhoon Odette. The bid number is 22-006-04 Alpha. The procuring entity is the Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines, and the funding source is from the CAAP APPMOE CY 2022 with the amount of 6,351,219 pesos and 64 centavos. For ITB Clause 3, Certificate of Site Inspection, duly signed by Attorney Rafael A. Tatlonghari, CAAM Area 7, or his duly authorized representative is required to be submitted. This shall include all the following documents as attached to the Certificate of Site Inspection and shall be form part of the bidder's technical document. For letter A, copy of the company ID of the person who conducted the site inspection. B, copy of the airport facility visitor's logbook. C, picture of the proposed site including the person who conducted the site inspection together with the Attorney Rafael Tatlonghari or his duly authorized representative. Bid not complying with the above instruction shall be disqualified. This is the sample or illustration of the site inspection certificate. For ITB 5.2, for this purpose, similar contract shall refer to contract which have same major category of work, which shall be building construction, improvement, rehabilitation, and repair. For ITB 7.1, subcontracting is not allowed. For ITB 10.1, bidders shall submit all eligibility and technical document as specified in Section 10, checklist of technical and financial document. For 10.3, valid pickup license or special pickup license in case of joint venture and registration, small b, category C and D for vertical works, building and industrial plant. For the type and cost of the contract to be bid, bid not complying with the above instructions shall be disqualified. For ITB Clause 10.4, the minimum work experience required for key personnel are the following. For the project engineer, electrical engineer, master electrician, construction foreman, and safety and health officer, with the general experience of 5 years in general engineering and relevant experience 3 years in building, construction, improvement, rehabilitation, and repair. For ITB 10.5, the minimum major equipment required are the following: jackhammer, 1-bagger concrete mixer, bulldozer, payloader, dump truck, motorized road grader, vibratory single smooth drum roller, water truck, concrete vibrator, mechanical bar cutter, concrete saw, manual bar cutter, welding machine, and oxy, acetylene cutting torch. For ITB 11.1, discounts stated in the financial bid form shall be computer written with the same font, style, and size as the whole text of the said form. Discount that are either handwritten, typewritten, or computer written in other font, style, and size shall not be considered. Bid not complying with the above instructions shall be disqualified. For ITB 11.1, the second bid envelope shall contain the financial documents for the bidder as specified in Section 10, checklist of technical and financial document, This shall include the complete accomplishment of all the following documents as stated and required under Section 8 of the Philippine bidding document and shall be form part of the bidding financial document. Original or duly signed and accomplished financial bid form, bill of quantities, summary of bid proposal, bill of material and cost estimate, summary sheet indicating the unit price of construction material, labor rates, and equipment rental used in coming up with the bid and cash flow by quarter. Modification and or alteration on the stated requirements in the financial document form, BOQ, summary of bid proposal, and bill of materials and cost estimate shall not be allowed. Applicable CAAP BAC standard form included in the Philippine bidding document shall be complied in accordance with the prescribed form under Section 9 bidding form, Annex A and Annex B. Bid not complying with the above instructions shall be disqualified. For 11.2, bid exceeding the ABC of the project shall be disqualified. For 15.1, the bid security shall be in the form of bid securing declaration or any of the following form and amount. The amount of not less than 2% of the ABC if the bid security is in cash, cashier's manager's check, bank draft guarantee, or irrevocable letter of credit. And letter B, the amount of not less than 5% of ABC if bid security is in surety bond. For ITB 16.0, each and every page thereof shall be initialed, signed by the duly authorized representative of the bidder. Submitted eligibility, technical and financial documents shall be properly marked with index tab, and must be sequentially paginated in accurate order in the form of sample, page 3 of 100, page number of the last page of the document per envelope basis. Pagination shall be sequential based on the entire span of the whole document inside the envelope. Bid not complying with the above instructions shall be disqualified. The illustration, sample illustration. For ITB 16, each bidder shall submit one original copy of technical eligibility component and financial component. ITB 16 also is all envelope must be labeled as follows: name of the contract to be bid in capital letters, name and address of the bidder in capital letters, name and address of the procuring entity back in the identified in the ITB clause 10.1, where the specified identification of this bidding process indicate in the invitation to bid, where a warning do not open before the date and time for the opening of bid in accordance with ITB clause 21. For ITB 16 also, the procuring entity address is the Civil Authority of the Philippines, Mia Road, corner Ninoy Aquino Avenue, Pasay City, to Captain Donaldo A. Mendoza, Chairman, Bids and Award Committee, Alpha. For ITB 17, the address for submission of the bid is Back Office, Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines, Mia Road, corner Ninoy Aquino, Pasay City. The deadline for submission of bid is on 31 May 2022 at 2 p.m. ITB 18, the place of the opening of bid, CAAP Conference Room, Civil Aviation of the Philippines, Mayor Road, Pasay City. Date and time of opening is on May 31, 2022 at 2 p.m. ITB 19, partial bid is not allowed. The infrastructure project is packaged in a single lot, and the lot shall not be divided into sublot for the purpose of bidding, evaluation, and contract award. For ITB 20, the bidder with the lowest calculated bid or LCB that complies with the and is responsive to all of the requirements and conditions shall submit its latest income and business tax return, filed through electronic filing and payment system, business license and permit required by law, latest audited financial statement, and key personnel. Failure to submit any of the post-qualification requirement on time or findings against the veracity thereof shall disqualify the bidder for award. ITB 21. The following relevant project documents are required to be submitted by the successful bidder who submitted the LCRB as part of the contract agreement during its signing. Letter A, this construction schedule. B is bar chart and S-curve. C is per CPM network diagram. D, manpower schedule. E, construction method. And F is equipment utilization schedule. Construction safety and health program approved by the Department of Labor and Employment. This is the sample of the CAAP standard form. For the checklist of the technical and financial document for technical component envelope, valid PhilJAB registration certificate from SEC, DTI or CDA, mayor's or business permit, tax clearance, statement of prospective bidders, all of its ongoing government and private contract, statement of bidder single largest completed contract or the SLCC, pickup license, original copy of bid security, if in the form of surety bond, organizational chart for the contract to be bid, list of contractors' key personnel, list of contractors' major equipment unit, original duly signed omnibus sworn statement. This shall include all the following documents as attachments on the omnibus sworn statement. Certificate under oath attesting that they have no pending case against the government. Legal clearance to be issued by CAAP Enforcement and Legal Service, and bid bulletin if applicable. Certificate of site inspection duly signed by, duly signed by Attorney Tatlong Hari, and with included in the following document attached to the certificate of site inspection is a copy of the ID of the person who conducted the site inspection, copy of the airport facility visitor logbook, pictures of the proposed site including the person who conducted the site inspection, together with Attorney Tatlong Hari and his duly authorized representative. For the financial document, prospective bidders, audited financial statement, prospective bidders computation of net financial contracting capacity, or Class B document, if applicable, duly signed joint venture agreement, original or duly signed and accomplished financial bid form, original or duly signed price and bill of quantities, summary of bid proposal, bill of material and cost estimate, summary sheet indicating unit price, construction material labor rates, equipment rental used in the incoming up of bid, cash flow by quarter, and payment schedule. For the project technical details, for the scope of work, the project covers the supply of supervision, labor, materials, and equipment, tools necessary for selected area for the emergency repair of damaged area at Siquijor Airport due to Typhoon Odette, with the following scope of work, which shall be done in accordance with the approved plan, specification, and provision of the contract. Duration is 150 calendar days, inclusive of 7 rainy and workable days. For the passenger terminal building, the scope of work is removal of structure and obstruction, check-in counter, glass tint, repair of toilet, painting works, trench, grating, baggage conveyor hole cover and steel floor cap, landscape plant, toilet partition, plant box, ramp finish, catch basin, mobile air cooler, roofing works, ceiling works, electrical works, and signage. Improvement of vehicular parking area, passenger area, unclassified excavation, sub-base preparation, aggregate sub-base course, aggregate base course, cement, concrete paved, BPA markings, guard post, painting works. Construction of security fence, site works, concrete works, masonry works, steel works. For construction of frangible fence is site work, concrete work, steel work. For the distance to go marker, site work, concrete work, steel works. All scope of work for the project must be in accordance with the approved plans and specification. Quality and types of materials must be approved by the CAAP project engineer, project in charge. For the general provision of for staff house, service vehicle, laptop, printer, camera, platters, furnitures, and other materials, device, and equipment, and the special item or temporary facility shall be not included in OCM or contractor's profit. The contractor shall be responsible in providing safety perimeter fence or security fence, personal protective equipment for staff and workers on site while construction is ongoing. Safety reports will be prepared regularly. The contractor shall be responsible for all laboratory, material testing, building and safety permit, and survey instrument necessary in the project implementation. These expenses shall be incorporated in the contractor's overhead costs and shall not be considered as pay item. For the site development, this is the site development plan. For the pit, bakit lang ito? Mike, bakit lang ito? Ha? Sorry sir, mali yung input namin ng ano. That's all, Mr. Chair, for the presentation of the pre-bid conference for the secure airport.
Okay, thank you TWG, and considering that mayroon pa?
Wala na sir.
Considering that we have no proponent, so any query or clarification that the Secretariat or other members of TWG or the members of the BAC may clarify with the presentation given by the TWG. Hearing none, may I request comment, motion from the members or TWG first? Recommendation.
Recommend for the ano sir, the schedule of opening of bid of the said for the emergency repair of the damaged area at secure airport due to typhoon.
Okay, so I think that is automatic now after the pre-bid conference.
Yes, sir.
Next agenda is or next activity is the opening. So since there is no more question or we will not be expecting question. Of course, there is no bidder. So any comment on this budget? Okay, hearing none. So the next activity for this is the opening. So, Secretariat, do we have any agenda or other matters to be
As for the
discussed?
other matters, Mr. Chair, in advance information na lang po, we will be having another meeting on May 19, 2022 at 2 p.m. The notice hopefully will be sent tomorrow, Mr. Chair. Thank you. That would be all on the part of the BAC, Mr. Chair.
May 19 is Thursday, that is Thursday. Okay.
Thursday, Mr. Chair.
Okay, about TWG, do you have something to announce or any clarification?
None for the TWG, Mr. Chair.
Okay, so how about the other members of the BAC?
None, Mr. Chair.
No, none for me, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you. So that's it for today. The meeting is hereby adjourned, and thank you everyone for the participation.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, everyone.
Justin.